In a few weeks, Stanford will be holding its commencement, celebrating the class of 2026. Among the graduates will be a senior who has shaken the university to the core in his 4 years on campus. Theo Baker is the student journalist whose investigation freshman year into questionable scientific research led to the eventual ouster of the university president. For that, Baker became the youngest recipient of the prestigious Polk Award. And now he's released his debut book documenting his journey and Stanford's journey from quirky to corporate, where 18-year-olds wrestle with unimaginable moral dilemmas and VCs roll out the red carpet to make money off the next unicorn founder. The book is How to Rule the World and Education in Power at Stanford University. Joining us live now is author, journalist, and soon-to-be Stanford graduate, Theo Baker. Theo, it's nice to see you.
It's great to be back. Thanks for having me.
We've done Zoom, but I think this is the first time you've been in the studio.
You have a great set. It's great to be here.
Thank you so much. A lot to congratulate you for.
Thank you.
This book is just come out and it's already a New York Times bestseller, so that's great. And then, of course, you're getting your diploma. You might have to rest
Knock on wood. Yeah, exactly. Got to get over the line.
But, you know, this is a fascinating read. It's part memoir and part expose. I want to ask you, you said in your book, and we got the picture to show for it, that when you were 7, you fell in love with the university. So why did you write this expose, if you will?
Yeah. Well, I fell in love with Stanford when I was 7. I remember, seeing this image of these kids in their T-shirts and their flip-flops lounging against the self-driving car they just helped to make. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that this was the coolest place in the world, that all of the new technology was being made by these special geniuses. That's true, right? That part of Stanford does exist, but there's also this darker side, this power that allows for and sort of inculcates this cut corners mentality that I chronicle in the book.
Yeah, and that wasn't always there, was it? You really explored the relationship between Silicon Valley and how that's evolved, how, when all the Googles of the world started to come out of Stanford, something started to gradually change. But let's start with this, because I found it so fascinating. You detailed the Stanford within Stanford. What does that mean to outsiders?
Yeah. Well, if Silicon Valley has been the greatest concentration and creation of wealth in human history, right, the resource to mine is talent. And so the earlier you get in on the ground floor of the next Google or Instagram, the more you have made your own career as an investor, as an associated hanger-on. And so there are all of these people who spend their lives trying to scout these Stanford teenagers the second they arrive on campus. Mm-hmm. And those special few who are tapped on the shoulder, identified as the next trillion-dollar founders, for them there are yacht parties, there are slush funds, they all text the same billionaires for advice. There's even something called pre-idea funding.
Which is so funny. Hey, you don't have an idea, but I like you. Take $10 million. That is a term. You mentioned other terms in the book, kind of a glossary of things to outsiders will seem either, wow, so cool, or so absurd, or so crazy. Give us a few examples of those ideas, terms.
Well, a lot of it is that you have to figure out self-presentation. That's the sort of overriding theme of the book, appearance over all. As one professor wisely put it to me at Stanford, there's a culture where you overclaim the best results, you make them bigger than they would be elsewhere, and you sweep everything else under the rug. Yeah. And so, you want to be someone who is quote unquote high agency. You want to be someone who, is high signal, that you are standing out and that you are the special person who is not the quote unquote wantrepreneur, but the actual quote unquote builder, that you have the special something that can make billions of dollars for everyone who invests in you.
Okay, and you were lured by this yourself. You were tapped on the shoulder, if you will. How did that happen for you? Why do you think it happened for you? And then I guess give people a glimpse of, if that happens to you, sort of secret society, like, hey, what happens to you? What doors open?
Well, I came to Stanford thinking I was going to be a coder. I had no intention of becoming a journalist. Obviously, by the end of the year, things had changed, and that is also chronicled in the book. But I remember arriving, and very quickly, it becomes clear that for certain people, there's an entirely alternate reality that you get drawn into, right? And it's not the same world that most people at Stanford go to. For most people, Stanford is a great elite college where you go to classes, you fall in love at a coffee shop, you do all the normal college things. And yet for others, there's the mansion party in the Hill I ended up 3 weeks into freshman year, funded by a slush fund that funneled corporate cash into the pockets of teenagers, right? For a special few, these are commodities. Students are treated not just as teenagers, going about the ordinary course of exploration, but as something that can be marketed and monetized.
So who are these pluckers, right? Who are these people dropping riches on you, and what is their goal?
Yeah. Well, so there's this whole associated system of these so-called hangers-on. You know, some of them, right, there are talent scouters who are employed by venture capital firms, some of whom are upperclassmen, and they're trying to scout the freshmen as soon as they arrive on campus. There are some CEOs who spend their time, you know, more often with teenagers, sometimes at the infamous Coupa Cafe, than they do with their own family, right? Because if you get in on the ground floor, that is you making your own career. And the incentive structure, right, it doesn't just result in innovation and new companies and technology. The logical end result of how this works is fraud.
Are you saying this somehow ties into what you reported on, right? What you saw with the research data, the Stanford president that came under question, that eventually led to his resignation under pressure, and maybe some other scandals we've seen come out of Stanford, maybe Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes. Is there a relationship between all that?
Yes, absolutely, right. Unconstrained ambition is not a bad thing, but when it is not coupled to a culture of accountability, when you tell teenagers, hey, make these big promises, and we're not going to follow up when you start to cut corners, that's how bigger and bigger frauds emerge. If you want to understand how the next Elizabeth Holmes or Do Kwon or Sam Bankman-Fried emerges from Stanford, you have to see how the next generation masters of the universe are being trained.
Okay, so then what is your hope, I guess, now that you've kind of exposed all this? What do you hope the people that make up this community will do with that information?
Well, Stanford still has so many positive attributes, and I think, you know, it's important to focus on having this holistic conversation, that we're not just puffing up the good results and refusing to confront the things that emerge from the very same school. Stanford has made this Faustian bargain. It has allowed its ascent, its meteoric rise to fame and fortune, and has also allowed for some of its corruption.
So, would you have advised your 7-year-old self to pick a different university to attend, knowing everything you know and experience everything that you went through?
Well, I'm going to graduate from 3 weeks, and I'm very grateful to be able to do so. I think Stanford is a great place, but it's a fraught one.
So you've sold, I understand, the movie rights to the book. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What's next for you? Because as a journalist, I'm wondering if you are going to stick with this field, or are you going to go back to the original coder thing? Or now that you have been tapped, even though maybe some people want to untap, I don't know. What's the future for you look like?
You know, I'm not sure. I presented my senior thesis 2 weeks ago, so trying to graduate. But, you know, that's a big part of this book, right, is that all of the ordinary things of life coexist with this extraordinary context. These kids who are handed so much money and power, and I hope people will enjoy seeing that sort of absurd texture in the book.
Well, it's all wrapped in a really kind of funny tone, and it's fascinating. Theo Baker, congratulations. Best to you.
Thanks so much.